Hello?
Hello?
Mr. Alvarez, please keep your computer muted, and you can only have one electronic device on at a time. If you have more than one speaker or microphone, you're going to get feedback.
Is there video on your side, Your Honor?
Yes.
Kenny, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Leslie,
Okay, thanks.
but I can't see you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have about 9 o'clock. I'm going to call the criminal dockets for Frio County and the civil docket. My computer fixes itself. Okay. I'm going to ask for announcements from the attorneys. Anyone who has an attorney who is not answering or who does not have an attorney, you can answer for yourself. Other than that, please leave your electronic devices muted. This is Luis Trevino.
That's my client, Judge. I'm not sure where he is.
Not present.
I'll try to track him down.
All right, I'll mark him no show and recall. State versus Joel Perales.
Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Watkins on Friday on this case. He's asking for a short reset. He stated that he was going to be on, so we'd asked to recall.
Okay, I'll recall. Caleb Patrick Daniels.
I'm present, Your Honor. I believe he's in custody in Zavala County.
All right. Mary Jo Roman.
That's my client. She's in custody. That's a for sure trial. Me and Ms. Carranza are pretty good about talking outside of court on that one.
Okay. Myra Corral.
Good morning, Your Honor. She's present with counsel. If you'll see her, she is under Myra Corral. Judge?
I see her. Thank you. Ricardo Balderas.
Your Honor, Sherry Dye. He's present with counsel. My understanding from conferring previously was that we would need to be continued on this docket. I do have a matter in district court in Bexar County this morning that I need to appear on as well.
Okay, if you have an agreement on dates, if you will just post in chat the cause number, your client's name, and the date, then you're excused.
Your Honor, we have not talked about a specific date. Ms. Carranza and I don't know if she is on
She is.
the Zoom call right now or not.
She is. So I'm going to mark you conferring. And if you need to go to Bear County briefly, go ahead. And it says needs interpreter. Do we have an interpreter today?
We don't need an interpreter for purposes of today. We will need one for purposes of trial. I have actually a 3-hour matter in Bear. So I don't know if it's possible to go to a breakout room. I would suspect that Ms. Rodriguez may require the same conference because they're companion cases.
Okay. I'm making Lori Riley the host, and she will be in charge of breakout rooms. Ms. Carranza needs to answer the docket, I expect. Ms. Riley, if you would make me the co-host, I'd appreciate it. Manuel
And Your Honor-
Garcia? Yes, ma'am?
Your Honor, I was gonna just tell Ms. Dye, if it's okay with the court, I can get dates from Ms. Carranza. I've
That's
already
fine.
sent her a text message to get dates, and then I can share that with Ms. Dye so that she can go on to her other docket call if that is allowable with you, Judge.
That's great.
Thank you very much.
Manuel Garcia?
Yeah, he should be in custody in Zavala County.
Joel Perales?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
All right, I'll mark you present. Have you heard from Mr. Watkins?
I had spoke to him about an hour ago, sir. I can call him right now to see where he's at.
No, that's fine. We're expecting him, but I'll mark you present for the time being.
Thank you.
Juan Garcia? Mr.
Present in the courtroom.
All right.
For the record, Your Honor, that's Al Alvarez on behalf of Mr. Garcia. We're present, ready for trial.
Okay, well, I'll mark you conferring. Darius Amiri?
He's
For the
present
record,
in the courtroom.
Al Alvarez on behalf of Mr. Amiri. We're also present, ready for trial, Your Honor.
Okay, and are these companion cases?
No, they're not.
Okay, they just coincidental. Okay. Mario Martinez?
He's in custody. Frio County.
All right, I saw Mr. Briggs sign in. Perhaps he got off. Oh, here comes Mr. Watkins. Anthony Laguna.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry. Mr. Martinez, we need to confer. He is in custody in Zavala County.
Right, okay. Mark, you conferring. Anthony Laguna?
I'm here for him, Judge. I'm not sure where he is. He knows to be here.
Anthony Laguna?
I'll try to notify him.
All right, I'll mark him no show. Abel Trevino?
I'm present, sir.
He's present telephonically, Judge. We're going to confer with the state, but we also anticipate a reset to, I believe, 2/23 is a date. I'll confirm that with the state.
Okay. Mark, you conferring. William Burrows?
He's in custody, Your Honor.
Mr. Roberts?
Yeah, Mr. Roberts is in another hearing, but I'm here.
Okay, I'll mark you conferring. Alex Jaramillo?
I'm here for him, Judge.
Mr. Jaramillo?
Not present in the courtroom.
I'll try to track him down.
I'll mark him no show. Joe Gallardo, custody?
He should be out on bond, Your Honor.
Okay.
I did email him the link late last night. If the court can give me an opportunity to try and call him this morning. I don't know if he's there present in the courtroom or not.
Not present in the courtroom.
Okay.
All right, I'll mark him no show and recall. Anthony Laguna?
He knew to be here, Judge, as well as my
No,
other.
he just signed on. He's trying.
Okay. Judge, that's going to be a trial. We're asked to set that for 2/23. the state does not object.
Timothy Ramon?
Judge, I've had no contact with him.
Okay.
I
I'll mark him no show if you'll contact him. Anthony Laguna?
We just mentioned that one, Judge. I'm going to ask to set that to 23 for a trial.
Yeah. Well, let me ask him to start his video. He's signed on, but apparently not with sound because I can't mute him and he's not unmuted. Raimundo Espinoza?
He is present on the Zoom, Your Honor.
All right.
Under Ray's iPhone.
Mario Martinez?
Again, Your Honor, he's in custody in Zavala County. I need to confer with the state.
He's actually in Frio County custody. It should be on Zoom.
That's fine. I will need a breakout room with him later on, but I need to confer with the state first.
All right, give me just a moment. William Martinez?
Good morning, Your Honor. Counsel's present. He's in custody.
Correct.
Dana Torres?
Custody also.
She's in custody, Your Honor. Mr. Roberts asked for a motion for continuance on Dana Torres and William Burrows.
I'll let y'all confer. If I need to make a decision, I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay, criminal additions from last Thursday, State versus Ruben Ramirez Jr.
Your Honor, I had a issue with a possible COVID scare, and so I've spoken to him on the phone, but I've not had a chance to get a hold or to in person do his plea paperwork. I spoke to him today, and he was on his way.
Okay,
He's
so
not present here.
all right, so do this today or put it off till next week.
I can try and get it done today when he gets here. But
All right.
I just got my
way.
COVID results today or yesterday, late yesterday.
Your Honor, I'd be in agreement to reset it for next week.
Okay, I'm fine either way. I just want to know. So
Okay.
what date are we using next week?
120, I believe, Judge.
All right. I'll mark him 120. Johnny Carrizales?
He is here in my office, Your Honor.
All right.
The
I
plea
need to speak
paperwork
with-
should have been sent to the clerk's office.
I need to speak to Mr. Lamb really quickly about that.
Okay,
Okay.
you can get a breakout room shortly.
Okay.
Enrique Mercado?
And Your Honor, that is my case. That was originally going to be a plea today. He's in Zavala County. I've spoken with Ms. Carranza. We're going to set that for a plea next week on 120, and I've already posted it in chat.
Right.
And may I be excused, that's my only case of the day.
Yes. Stephen Garcia, Mr. King.
Yes, I'm here on that. That's going to be a plea. District clerk has the filing. So whenever you're ready, Judge. And I'm sorry, he's in Zavala County also.
Okay. All right. I'm going to ask people to send me things in chat, send me the paperwork in chat, and whoever sends it to me, I want to make sure it's complete. So if it's a new case, the plea package, copy of the indictment, and the state's exhibits. If it's an old case, just the indictment, just the plea package and the state's exhibit. Okay, so anybody who needs a breakout room, you can, well, I'm going to call the civil docket.
Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt. Did I was supposed to have a Charles Morales on the criminal docket. He was recalled from last Thursday. I didn't hear his name. If he's on if he's not added, that's fine. I'll get him on a different date, but I just want to make sure.
He's not on my list. I know we had several that were to be added. He may have slipped through, but
I thought he was reset for 120, Your Honor.
Okay, all right.
Okay, that might have been, and I just might have wrote it down. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So just on the civil real fast, Southwest Stage versus Raul Longoria. All right, I saw the attorney. Cheyenne Zokai.
Oh, I apologize, Your Honor. Present. Mute button was stuck.
Okay. All right. And is Raul Longoria here?
Not present in the courtroom.
Dennis Walker, New Res versus Dennis Walker.
Mr. Walker is present in the courtroom.
Diane Zokai on behalf of New Res, Your Honor.
All right. And I'm going to ask Mr. Walker to join counsel in a breakout room. And if you aren't able to come to an agreement, then I will take up the case. And I'm on the default on Southwest Stage funding. I'm going to pull the clerk's records and look at those, so I'll be ready to go. All right, so anyone who needs a breakout room, please speak to Ms. Riley about that. And you're free to.
What do we just need a trial date, Judge?
Okay. Once you have that either from the coordinator or you've worked it out with the state, post it to me in chat in this format. Cause number, name, date. And don't add extraneous information. The reason being I'm printing text, a text copy of the chat. And if we have it in that format, it's easy just to run your eyeball down the line and see what all the chat messages are. If you start putting in, Judge, we've decided we're going to reset Joe Blow's case to the 18th of next month and his cause number is, and we got to read the whole line every time. So cause number, name, date.
Very good, sir.
All that, you're excused as long as you've done it correctly.
Thank you.
Ms. Riley, maybe put in a breakout room with the state. Ms. Carranza, preferably.
Yes, I just put Kenny Lamb and Katie Roberts in breakout room 2. I'll put y'all in breakout room 2, okay?
Thank you.
Well, here comes Mr. Laguna again. Let's see if we can get him with sound. Nope.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I just spoke to Mr. Bettis about Alex Jaramillo.
Yes.
Mr. Bettis was informed that Mr. Jaramillo is going to be at a funeral today because for his father, and was given that information late on Friday. The state would be in agreement to reset his case to 120 without calling an ISI.
Yes, sir, and I'll represent as an officer of the court what Mr. Lamb said is correct. I got a voicemail late Friday, too late for me to get with Mr. Lamb ahead of time. But if we could reset Jaramillo to 120, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, Alex Jaramillo, 120.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. I've conferred with Mr. Lamb and I posted a reset date for my client. He's present. His name is Joel Perales. And I just wanted to inform the court we were going to reset that to February 9th for a potential plea.
All right. As long as it's in the chat, you're good. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. You have a good day.
I need to put Dennis Walker in a breakout room with Cheyenne Zoki. I think he's in the courtroom. Is that correct? Hello?
I'm sorry, who?
Dennis Walker?
Yes, they should already be in the back.
So do I,
doing that.
where would he be at? Which, is it Frio DC or something else?
Not Frio DC. I don't know what they logged in with. The Frio DC is myself.
Okay. I don't show, I have
They're gonna go see what it's logging on as.
KCSO, but
No.
that's the sheriff's office. I think that's, I don't know who that is.
It probably
No,
says
no, that's
Gloria.
Karnes County. I saw.
Okay.
And Officer Reyes, is Karnes County have prisoners that they're holding for Frio County?
We have Mary Jane Roman here.
Okay, excellent. All right, thank you. I just want to make sure.
Okay, Frio County District Clerk, can y'all tell me where Dennis Walker will be so I can select him to go into that breakout room?
It should say Gloria.
Under Gloria? Okay, thank you. I'm gonna put y'all in breakout room 3.
And I changed that name to Frio Zoom.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Michael Zamora, I have conferred with Mr. Lamb on Raimundo Espinosa's case. That's 2001-19. On page 4, we've agreed to a reset of 223, and I've posted that in the chat.
Okay, you're free to go if that's all you have.
Mr. Espinosa, February 23rd, and I'll call you later on today.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You too.
Your Honor, Anthony Laguna is logged in, but he's not turned on his video or his audio. I've wanted to set him for 223.
I got it.
Oh, there we are.
Oh, there he goes. Yeah, I was going to say I sent him a chat message. All right.
Okay. Okay, I just wanted to make sure we were good. Judge, I put everything in chat. Are we excused?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Laguna, I'll call you later, okay? You're good to hang up, sir.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Lisa Boyd's been waiting, and she said she can't wait any longer. She has to do her Bear County ones. She'll try to jump on.
Lori. It's me, Joanne,
Yes,
with
yeah,
probation.
yes.
Did Mr. Alvarez go into a chat room with one of the DAs?
Which one? Who was
Mr.
it?
Alvarez, the attorney? Because I don't see him on there anymore.
I think he may have gotten off.
Oh, okay.
I don't see him either. He's not, no, Rolando Arguias is in a breakout room with Leslie.
Okay. Because we have both of his clients here in the courtroom, so I just don't want to keep him in here too long.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
That's for who? I'm sorry, which attorney again?
It's on page 2. It's Juan Nicaragua Garcia and Darius Amari.
Okay. I'm not sure where Mr. Alvarez went.
Okay, thanks.
Excuse me, Judge.
Yes.
On Mr. Martinez, after conferring with the state, I want to re-urge the motion for mental evaluation. It was filed pre-indictment. I'm going to be refiling it now that he has been indicted. You had already ordered it and signed it, I believe. I have a copy of it, just so we can get him mentally evaled, because he never got it.
Okay. And do we know why he never got it?
I do not, Your Honor.
I don't know, Judge. I know we had issues with not having a cause number. I remember getting an email from Norma from your office or from the coordinator's office saying they don't do psychs without cause numbers.
Okay. Well, all right. Another time, if people will just bring that to my attention, that's not correct.
I didn't think that it was.
Well, I'll be
All
refiling
right.
it, Judge.
So just submit that. If you'll just send that to me in chat, that's great. I'll download it and sign it.
Yes, I just need to get to my office so I can edit it on the Adobe, but I'm also going to be filing a waiver in this case right now.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I'll put that in the chat.
Judge, did Al Alvarez leave? He had Juan Nicanor Garcia and Darius Amiri.
Right. Let me. Can you? I don't think you can.
I just got a message from my office that he called looking for me because I wasn't on the Zoom.
I'm looking through here. No, he did not send me any sort of text message. I don't know what happened to him. He's obviously gone.
Okay, let me try calling him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute myself for now.
Cheyenne's okay. Just to let you know that Dennis Walker is still in that breakout room. I don't know. He didn't sign out of it.
He didn't leave it yet? Okay.
No. So I don't know if the district clerk can go in there and have him join the Zoom meeting again.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, Mrs. Okai, I've went into the Southwest Stage funding case. I pulled that. Everything looks fine. I did not see an answer. Return is in the proper format, certificate of last known address, and military service affidavit were too. So do you have your proposed judgment?
Yes, Your Honor, that should be submitted as well. If not, I can send another copy over.
Well, if you have it on your laptop or whatever you're on, desktop, if you would just post it to me in chat, I can sign it right now. All right, Zavala County is asking if you're gonna need the inmates in Zavala County. I have no idea. Are we gonna have pleas with anybody who's in custody, or do we need to have attorneys confer?
Judge, I just got it this morning.
Your Honor, I'm just waiting to hear back from Ms. Carranza. The two cases that I have are likely going to be February 23rd. That's Caleb Daniels and Manuel Garcia.
Okay.
And Judge, I do have a plea in Zavala County, Stephen Garcia. I posted the plea
right.
paperwork.
And I've gotten that, so that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, and where do we stand on getting Mr. Long back?
Okay, so you know, I was telling you this, like, no, it smells like sewage in the hallway. What about the tank?
Okay, where do we stand on getting Mr. Long back into the Zoom meeting?
The ones on the right side are complete, that somebody's not showering.
Who's Mr. Long?
He's the guy in the back in your Zoom room. Isn't that his name?
Mr. Walker. He's in.
Walker, I'm sorry.
Yes, Mr. Walker's in here.
Okay, where is in here?
In the courtroom, but we can take him back to the Zoom.
I just, as long as I have him somewhere where we can, everybody can see each.
Okay, we are taking him back to the Zoom room. He was done, so he came in here into the courtroom, but he's going back.
Is the Frio County Jail on? Mr. Briggs is asking for a breakout room with him and with Mario Martinez.
The bailiff is gonna find out real quick.
Thank you.
I see them on under Frio County Jail, but Liz is.
Okay. Mr. Walker, Mr. Zokai, I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor.
Walker asking you to unmute your computer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is going on in your case this morning?
Mr. Walker and I have come to an agreement to let judgment proceed, but with the stipulation that a writ cannot be executed until April 1st, 2021 at the earliest.
All right, and is that your agreement, Mr. Walker?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, then, if you will post that to me in chat, sir, I will sign it and post it back, and I'll try and do that immediately so that the Mr. Walker can get a copy of that. Actually, if you'll, why don't you post it in chat, and I'm going to ask the clerk's office to, do you have a Acrobat or any other way that Mr. Walker can sign things electronically on the computer that he's on? That was for the Frio clerk?
She's going back over there just a moment. Can he do what? I'm sorry. We just lost connection a few minutes ago. You back on?
Yes, ma'am.
Just gonna sit out here.
All right, and actually that's going to need to be edited because it says that Mr. Walker didn't show up.
Oh, that's the old one. That's a previous order. I'll change it right now, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, and who does, which district clerk address should I use to post files?
To the district clerk, the email? Is that what you're asking?
No, I need to post in chat signed orders. So should I, OFIS, should I use Frio District Clerk?
Frio DC.
Okay, I'll use that one.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I wanted to, I guess, let Zavala County know that Caleb Daniels and Manuel Garcia both have a new date of 2/23. And I don't.
Yes, sir, acknowledged, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Are they excused already for the day?
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir.
And are we ready for Stephen Garcia?
Yes, sir. Give me 1 minute, okay, sir? I have a Mr. Stephen Garcia here.
All right, thank you. We'll get to him shortly.
Yes, sir.
All right, and I've just filed or sent the district clerk the Southwest Stage signed judgment.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, and Ms. Cronz, are you going to be doing the plea on Stephen Garcia?
No, Your Honor, that belongs to
Your Honor,
Mr.
that'd be
Lamb.
mine.
Okay, oh, okay. All right, give me just a moment. Okay, calling State versus Stephen Garcia. Are both sides ready?
State's ready.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Okay, are you Stephen Garcia? And your mic,
Yes.
is that your true and correct name?
Yes, sir.
Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Garcia, are you able to speak, read, and write the English language?
Yes, sir.
Are you a United States citizen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, despite your representation that you are a United States citizen, I need to caution you that if that is not true, any plea of guilty by you or finding of guilt by me could result in your deportation or exclusion from this country and or denial of naturalization benefits.
Yes, sir.
All right, so do you still wish to enter a plea today?
Sir.
Right. Do you have any history of mental health problems or mental illness?
Yes, sir.
What sort of problems?
Major depression and severe PTSD.
Okay, and do you believe that those issues have kept you from being able to speak with your attorney about this matter?
No.
Have you been able to understand what Mr. Keendaws has told you about what your rights and what your options are?
I'm sorry?
Have you been able to understand what Mr. Keendaws has told you about what your rights are and what your options are?
Yes, sir.
And have you been able to make him understand what it is you wish to do?
Yes, sir.
All right, counsel, do you believe your client is competent to stand trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir. You stand charged by indictment with the third-degree felony offense of possession of a controlled substance, methamphetamine, in an amount of more than 1 gram but less than 4 grams. That's alleged to have happened in Frio County on or about April 30th, 2020. It's alleged that you intentionally or knowingly possessed that methamphetamine. That alleges a third-degree felony, which is punishable by confinement for not less than 2 years and not more than 10 years, and by a fine not to exceed $10,000. So do you understand what you're charged with and what the range of punishment is?
Yes, sir.
You understand that the plea bargain agreement you have with the state is not binding on me. I do not have to follow it, but if I decide not to follow it, I will allow you to withdraw your plea.
Yes, sir.
Understand also that if I do follow the plea bargain agreement that you have with the state and the sentence I impose is not harder on you than what you've agreed to, you will not be able to appeal this matter.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll show you some documents that appear to have your signature. They're titled Admonition to the Defendant for Plea to the Court. And is everyone able to see that?
I can.
Mr.
Yes,
Lane?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
You could see when you were sharing if it was being shared or not. All right, and let me flip down to paragraph 2.11 and ask, is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and where it says verification also?
Yes, sir.
And do you swear or affirm that everything that appears above your signature on verification is true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. Did you also sign at the certification of appeal?
Yes, sir.
Agreed punishment?
Yes, sir.
With preservation of evidence?
Yes, sir.
Discovery compliance certificate?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you read these documents yourself or did Mr. Keendaws read them to you?
We went over it together.
Okay. Did you understand these documents before you signed them?
Yes, sir.
And are you satisfied with the work that Mr. Keendaws has done for you?
Absolutely.
All right. Counsel, do you believe your client understands the nature of the rights he's giving up, the stipulations of evidence he's making, and the consequences of his plea bargain?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll find the defendant made his waivers of right and stipulations of evidence knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily, and I will approve them. And I'll also ask, counsel, do you believe that you have received all the discovery you're entitled to in a timely manner?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then I will accept the state's discovery compliance certificate, and I'll ask you, sir, to the allegation in the indictment, third-degree felony, possession of a controlled substance. Do you plead guilty or not guilty?
No contest.
All right, and you understand, sir, that a plea of no contest might be different than a plea of guilty if you get into a civil lawsuit over what you were doing on the day in question last year. But that for all purposes inside this criminal case, pleading no contest is the same as pleading guilty?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone promised you anything other than your plea bargain with the state to get you to plead no contest?
No, sir.
Has anyone harmed or threatened you or anyone close to you to get you to plead?
No, sir.
Has anyone promised you an early release from your sentence?
No,
I'm sorry?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. And I'll find that you made your pleas voluntarily. You're under any compulsion of making them, and I'll accept them. And I'll ask what evidence the state has to substantiate the defendant's guilt.
State tender states Exhibit 1, it's attachment A.
No objection, Your Honor.
Without objection, states Exhibit 1 is attachment A or admitted into evidence. Do both sides rest and close?
State rest and close.
Yes, defense rests and close, Your Honor.
All right. Well, if my computer will unlock, okay, I will look at the attachments. I'll find there is enough evidence to substantiate the defendant's guilt. Are both sides ready for sentencing?
State's ready.
All right. What is the plea bargain in this case?
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Okay, yeah. All right, and let me ask, first of all, is there a pre-sentence investigation?
Your Honor, we waive that, Your Honor. There's an agreement for 2 years.
Is there, so there's no pre-sentence investigation?
That's correct.
Pardon me, what is the plea bargain in this case?
The plea bargain in this case, Your Honor, is for 2 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, Correctional Institutions Division, $290 in court cost, and 73 days credit.
All right, sir, you heard what was read in the record by the state's attorney. Is that your agreement?
I'm sorry, say that again?
All right, did you hear what the Mr. Lamb said was your plea bargain agreement?
Yes,
Okay, 2 years, credit for 73 days, plus court cost?
yes,
Is that your plea bargain?
yes.
Was there anything added or left out of that plea bargain? That is, was there anything else that you had agreed to?
I'm sorry?
Was there anything else that should have been part of your plea bargain?
No, not that I know.
Okay, and was there anything that was added to that you didn't agree to?
No, sir.
Okay. All right then. And do you have any other charges pending, sir?
Misdemeanors, and then that's when I signed the deal for 12 months in state jail.
Okay, now is that is that case in Frio County or?
They're all in Frio.
All right. And
Your Honor, this defendant had previously pled at an earlier date. This case was on an MTR, and then this case was pending as a new case. It recently got indicted, and we're getting the plea done today, Judge.
Okay. All right, then. In that case, I'll find I have enough evidence to make a decision without a pre-sentence investigation report. I will follow the plea bargain agreement in this case. Mr. Garcia, I will find you guilty of the third-degree felony offense of possession of a controlled substance and sentence you to 2 years confinement plus court cost. Is there any legal reason why sentence should not now be imposed?
No, Your Honor.
It is the order, judgment, and decree of the court that you be taken by the sheriff of Frio County and transported to the authorized receiving agent of the Department of Criminal Justice. Your sentence will commence today. It will run concurrently with any other sentence you may be under. And you will receive credit for the 73 days you have spent so far in jail in this case. I'm also imposing court costs. All right, you understand, sir, that because I have followed the plea bargain agreement in this case and that the sentence I've imposed is not harder on you than what you've agreed to, that you have waived the right to appeal and you may not appeal?
Yes, sir.
I'll find you made your post-trial waivers also knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily, and I will approve them. And I will certify to the Court of Appeals that you've waived the right to appeal as part of a plea bargain and you may not appeal. Wish you good luck.
All right.
And I have just posted that to the district clerk in chat. Okay. What other plea bargains do we have?
Is Mr. Garcia excused, sir?
Yes, he's finished.
Okay, thank you. And
Well, I
that
mean,
was my
we
only.
need a thumbprint at some point for the judgment if we don't have it already. But yes, apart from a thumbprint, he's excused from the Zoom room, certainly.
Thank you, sir, very much.
Thank you.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Right, thank you.
Your Honor, we also have Johnny Carrizales as a plea as well. The district clerk has his paperwork.
Okay, and where is he?
Right here next to me.
Okay. Is he just going to walk over to probation afterwards, or is he already?
I'm assisting. He can walk over, Your Honor. It's across the street.
I know. I mean, okay. All right, but is this a probation deal, a deferred deal, a custody deal?
Yes, Your Honor, it's a probation plea.
Okay. All right. And has that paperwork been sent to me?
No, I'll send it right now. I didn't know what they were gonna do, but I'll send it right now.
Okay. And Ms. Sakai, did you send me the updated judgment?
Yes, Your Honor. I can upload it again if you didn't receive it.
I've got one at, the only one I have says final default judgment.
Okay, there should be one uploading now. It says V2 on it.
Oh, let me hit refresh. One new message. Okay, so was this posted just to me or to everyone?
Just to you, Your Honor.
All right, if you would, let me ask the district clerk's office, what's the easiest way for Mr. Walker to be able to have a chance to look at this? Just to post it directly to the Frio Zoom and let him pull it up on there, or for y'all to print it out, or what?
Yeah, we can print it out, or you can show it to him. If you show it on the screen, she should be able to see it.
Well, now you're trying to make sense. Okay, so where would we get if we did that?
What do we want?
All right, Mr. Walker, I'm hopefully showing you a document that says final judgment. Is that what everybody is seeing on their screen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Actually, so tell me when you've had a chance to, are you able to read what's on the screen, sir? I don't know how big your picture is. Mr. Walker? All right. Mr. Walker, were you able to read what was on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I tell you what, let me. So let me share that again then. All right, and when you'll, please tell me when you've had an opportunity to read everything that's on the screen, and then I'll scroll it down.
All right.
Okay, and what do you see at the bottom of your screen? What's the last line you see?
Court has reviewed pending evidence.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if you could see. I have my other monitor vertically mounted, and I wasn't sure how much of it was showing you of what's on my screen.
Okay, I got that one read.
Okay, and the only thing that was left is the signature block and then the signature in my signature.
Yes, sir.
All right, so is this final judgment your agreement?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that Mr. Sakai his job is to get this worked out as quickly and cheaply as he can for his client, and he's, I'm sure, worked with you to do that, but that he was representing just the Paget group and not you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and do I have your permission to put just a /S/ and then open court to show that you approve this in open court?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me sign this and I'll post it to the clerk. Okay, and I've just posted that signed judgment to the district clerk's office. Mr. Walker, you should be able to get a copy of it.
Thank you, sir.
If not, it says network disconnect. Okay, let me ask the district clerk if they received that. Okay, let me ask
Yes, Judge, I just got it.
You got it? Good. It went through the second time. I've never seen
Yes.
that network disconnect message before. Thanks. Okay, Mr. Walker, Mr. Sakai, you are excused. Actually, I'll go ahead and post this to Mr. Sakai so he has an unfiled stamped copy if you want it.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome. Good luck with that, sir. All right, and so is Carrizales the only other plea we have?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't do nothing under this.
Judge, and I did send Carrizales' plea, and then I resent another document for Carrizales because I was just given the PSI.
Okay, I see the PSI here, yes.
Yes,
All right.
but right above it should be the complete plea.
I'll go ahead and mail it to you. That way, because it might be a little while before we can get it to you. You don't need to be here. Wait for something like that.
I got a lucky.
Okay.
All right, calling State versus Johnny Carrizales.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
All right, who's doing this?
State's ready. I don't see Mr. Carrizales.
He's right here next to me, Kenny.
Oh, there we go.
All right, are you Johnny Carrizales?
Yes, sir.
Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Carrizales, can you speak, read, and write the English language?
I'm dyslexic, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I didn't hear your response. I'm sorry.
I'm dyslexia.
Okay. So that affects your ability to read?
I know how to read a little bit, but not that much.
Okay. Is there any language other than English that you are better at reading in?
No, sir.
Okay. Are you a United States citizen?
Yes, sir.
All right. Despite your representation that you are a United States citizen, I need to caution you that if that is not true, any plea of guilty by you or finding of guilt by me could result in your deportation or exclusion from this country and/or a denial of naturalization benefits. Do you still wish to enter a plea today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any history of mental health problems or mental illness?
No, sir.
Counsel, do you believe your client is competent to stand trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Give me just a moment here. Computer's acting up. All right, sir. You stand charged by indictment with the state jail felony offense of possession of a controlled substance. Specifically, it's alleged that on or about July 13th, 2019, you intentionally and knowingly in Frio County possessed a controlled substance less than 1 gram of cocaine. That alleges a state jail felony. State jails are felonies are punishable by confinement for not less than 180 days and not more than 2 years, and by a fine not to exceed $10,000. So do you understand what it is you're charged with and what the range of punishment is?
Yes, sir.
You understand that the plea bargain agreement you have with the state is not binding on me. I do not
Yes,
have
sir.
to follow it, but if I decide not to follow it, I will allow you to withdraw your plea.
Yes, sir.
And if I do follow the plea bargain agreement you have with the state and the sentence I impose is not harder on you than what you've agreed to, do you understand that you will not be able to appeal this matter?
Yes, sir.
Now, there's something called deferred adjudication probation. If your agreement is for deferred adjudication probation and I were to follow it, I would find that there's enough evidence to say you were guilty, but I would not do so. Instead, I would place you on deferred adjudication probation, and I would defer or put off any finding of guilt. And if you successfully completed that deferred adjudication probation, then the case against you would be dismissed. You would have no conviction. And you might even be able to get an order of non-disclosure to keep the state from telling anyone other than law enforcement that you'd even been arrested. On the other side of that coin, if while you're on deferred adjudication, the state alleges that you're breaking the rules, then you could be arrested, you could be brought back to court, and there would be a hearing on just that question. Did you break the rules? And if the answer to that turns out to be yes, then you could be found guilty and you could be sentenced to anything that's a legal sentence for a state jail felony, 180 days to 2 years confinement and a fine not to exceed $10,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I want to show you some documents that appear to have your signature on them. They're titled Admonitions to the Defendant for Plea to the Court. And let me ask you on paragraph 2.11. Oh, well. Okay. I need you Ms. Roberts to go in and speak with your client and get his signature on paragraph 2.11. You'll sign the paragraph that said that he does not speak English and that it was
Okay.
in some other. So if you can get into a breakout room and just get him, or he's right there next to you, just go online and if you'll just post that page to me with his corrected signature on that paragraph 211 instead of 212, I'll insert that and we'll resume this in just a moment.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I was informed that Joe Gallardo did show up in person there at the courthouse.
Okay.
And I've posted a reset date for him for 2/23. If somebody there in the courtroom can make sure that he's got that date.
He's excused then, yes.
Yes, Michael, we're getting him a reset form.
Thank you. And
You're
that's
welcome.
all I have, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Good seeing you.
Yes, excuse me, Judge. This is the jail in Zavala. Are we going to need Mr. William Burrows or Ms. Dana Torres anytime soon?
Okay, I don't know. Yes, the state.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
Yes, this is Zavala. Are we going to need Mr. William Burrows and Ms. Dana Torres?
No, both of those should have been reset. They should have been given their dates, I believe. Or no, they have not been for 120 on both of them.
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, is the Zavala County Sheriff's Office excused from the court?
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Right. All right. Returning to the case. All right, sir, on paragraph 2.11, is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next page where it says verification?
Yes, sir.
And do you swear or affirm that everything that appears above your signature here at verification is true and correct?
Yes, sir.
And did you also sign on the certificate of appeal?
Yes, sir.
Agreed punishment?
Yes, sir.
Waiver of preservation of evidence?
Yes, sir.
And the discovery compliance certificate?
Yes, sir.
Now, did you read these documents yourself or did?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. Mr. Roberts read it to me.
All right, that's Grady Roberts?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you understand that another attorney with his office, Katie Roberts, is representing you today?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Roberts explained all of these documents to you to your satisfaction?
Yes, sir.
So did you understand then what they, let me finish. Did you understand what they said before you signed them?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And are you satisfied with the work that Grady Roberts and Katie Roberts have done for you?
Yes, sir.
And do you want to go and take your plea, your signature back from any of these documents you signed? Because I see that you signed a number of them last month.
No.
Okay. All right, counsel, do you believe your client understands the nature of the rights he's giving up stipulations of evidence he's making and the consequences of his plea bargain?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and do you also believe you've received all the discovery you're entitled to in a timely manner? Ms. Roberts?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, then I will accept the discovery compliance certificate. And
Yes.
Oh, yes. So did you or Mr. Roberts receive all of the discovery you're entitled to in a timely manner?
Yes, I believe so, Your Honor.
All right, I will accept the discovery compliance certificate, and I'll find that the defendant made his waivers of rights and stipulations of evidence knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily, and I will approve them. And I'll ask you, sir, to the offense alleged in the indictment, state jail felony possession of a controlled substance, do you plead guilty or not guilty?
No contest.
All right, and you understand, sir, that a plea of no contest might be different than a plea of guilty if you get into a civil lawsuit over what you were doing on that day in 2019, but that for all purposes inside this criminal case, pleading no contest is the same as pleading guilty?
Yes, sir.
All right. Has anyone harmed or threatened you or anyone close to you to get you to plead no contest?
Has anyone harmed you or?
No, no, sir.
Okay. Has anybody harmed or threatened you? That's you or anyone close to you for your plea? Is that a yes or no? Okay.
Your Honor, you're breaking up.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right. Sir, Ms. Carrizales, what I'm asking is, has anybody threatened to do anything to you, anything bad to you or anybody close to you to get you to come in here and plead no contest?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised to do anything for you other than this plea bargain? Apart from that, has anyone promised to do anything for you if you plead no contest?
No, sir.
Has anyone promised you an early release from your sentence?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll find that you made your plea voluntarily and you're not under any compulsion in making it. I'll accept it. And I'll ask what evidence the state has to substantiate the defendant's guilt.
State tender states Exhibit 1, it's attachment A.
No contest or no objection.
Without objection, states Exhibit 1 and its attachment A are admitted into evidence. Do both sides rest and close at guilt innocence?
Hey, rest and close.
Defense rests.
I'll look this over.
I was just checking, see if anybody's in here.
Cheers.
No, the IT room is open at the end, so I was wondering if anybody come in here for
No, I haven't seen one.
that. It's open, but I haven't seen one, so just checking around.
Okay, I'll find that there is enough evidence to substantiate the defendant's guilt. Are both sides ready for sentencing?
State's ready.
Defense is ready.
Okay, I've been given a pre-sentence investigation. Has the defense had a chance to look at that?
No, Your Honor, but I can go get it really quickly. Okay.
Okay, you'll look over that when you're client and let me know when you're finished and see if there's any objections or additions to it. And do we have the thumbprint on Stephen Garcia?
No, Your Honor, I don't believe so. I had sent the judgment to yourself in the district clerk's office this morning.
Okay, did you email that to me?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I see it right here. Thank you.
I sent it through chat as well. And of course, what we're doing with a fingerprint is we're sending them to whatever facility they're at and getting them to send them back to us.
Okay. All right, let me know when you're finished, Ms. Roberts, please.
Okay, we're ready, Your Honor.
All right, so has the defense had a chance to review the precedence investigation? Ms. Roberts?
Yes. Yes, you're breaking up, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm sorry. Any objections or additions to it?
No, Your Honor.
What is the plea bargain in this case?
The plea bargain, Your Honor, in this case is for 3 years of deferred adjudication, a fine of $1,500, court costs of $315, restitution of $180 to the Texas Department of Public Safety, and all other standard drug offender conditions, along with 200 hours of community service.
All right, Mr. Carrizales, you heard what was read in the record by the state's attorney. Is that your agreement?
Yes, sir.
Did the state's attorney add anything or leave anything out?
No, sir.
And what transpired with the misdemeanor case, the DWI case? Was that filed?
Yes, I already did that already. I did a year for that one already.
Okay, and that was just a straight probation?
Yes, sir.
And was that successfully completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, and the agreed punishment I see here says 4 years, not 3.
Your Honor, I'd spoken to Mr. Roberts. That paperwork was done ahead of time. It should have reflected 3 years deferred.
Okay, and the fine's still $1,500?
Yes, Your Honor. Fines $1,500 and 200 hours community service.
Okay. All right, and I'll note, Mr. Carrizales, that on your pre-sentence investigation, you've denied ever using cocaine.
Yeah.
All right, well, I've got to tell you that you're not charged with using cocaine. You're charged with intentionally or knowingly possessing it. I'll tell you also that basically you get a pass today if you were not upfront with your probation officer about what your drug use history is. And that means that if they go back and test you in a few minutes and you show up positive for everything that they test for, and all that means is that they know that they need to work on getting you treatment for everything that they test for, but that in the future, you're going to have to make certain that you're 100% upfront with your probation officer on what's going on, because if they can't help, if they don't know what you need help for.
Yes, sir.
What kind of things do you do at the housing authority?
I'm a maintenance.
Okay. I was in the summer a couple of years when I was in college. I was a maintenance man at the housing authority in Stockdale. So gives you a lot of varied experience. It's come in very handy being a homeowner because I know how to do sheetrocking, and I mean it is a little bit in painting and lots of stuff.
Yeah, me too.
And and were there any incidents on Mr. Carrizales's misdemeanor probation?
Not that I recall, Judge.
All right, I will, anything else from either side?
Nothing from the state.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I will reduce the period of deferred adjudication to 2 years and reduce the fine to $750 because of the good work that Mr. Carrizales has done so far. What I'm trying to do, sir, is it looks like you've stayed out of trouble for over a year.
Yes, sir.
That's good. I mean, it needs to be a lifetime, but over a year is a whole lot better than lots of folks do. So I want to make sure that I'm giving you every opportunity I can to get out, get this done, get off of the felony probation and go on about your life and not be involved in the court system again. I want you to keep in mind what I told you, that on deferred adjudication, the good part is if you do as well on the felony deferred as you did on your misdemeanor deferred for this same incident, the case against you will be dismissed. You'll have no conviction and you may be able to get that order of non-disclosure I talked to you about. The flip side, as I said, is that if you don't do what you're supposed to be doing, you could be arrested, brought back to court, and if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you could be found guilty and sentenced from 180 days to 2 years and fined up to $10,000. Because it's deferred, it's not like your misdemeanor probation. The judge would have the full range up to $10,000 for a fine to consider imposing if you get revoked. The other thing I want to tell you is, I'm not saying it's not important to make the payments, it is, but that if the only thing you're not doing is that you're not making 100% of your payments on time, that you're not going to be adjudicated guilty for that. We'll give you a chance to make larger payments towards the end of the 2 years. And if absolutely necessary, we could even extend the 2 years. So make sure that you make your payments. I don't want to see that a month rolls around where you can't make a payment and you don't go to see your probation officer just because you don't want to tell them you don't have the money. All right, so you understand, sir, that because I have followed the plea bargain agreement in this case, that you have waived the right to appeal and you may not appeal?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll find that you made your post-trial waivers knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily, and I will approve. I will certify to the Court of Appeals that you've waived the right to appeal and you may not appeal. I wish you good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, so I can resend the judgment to you.
I can make those changes, that's fine.
Okay, yes, Your Honor.
That's easy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, now Mr. Carrizales needs to go over to probation. Where does he need to go?
Since he's here in the courtroom, Judge, I had already gotten his fingerprint, but as soon as Katie's done with him, he can walk back over here and I can give him his copies.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, well, if you want to see me that thumbprint, I will attach it to his judgment.
Okay.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Judge?
Yes, ma'am.
One question that we had on Carrizales, the court costs are also run. It has what? It has 315, but there's also Crime Stoppers, which shouldn't be on there anymore.
Okay, let me get that judgment pulled up. I'm trying to post you all the Stephen Garcia judgment, and it's okay, and actually, let me save this. Okay, how much should the court cost be?
I think they should be 249. No? What is
It's
it?
290.
290, okay.
And the restitution is still 180?
180, Your Honor. Yes.
And there's no Crime Stoppers fee.
That's because Crime Stoppers is out of business over there?
Yeah, we have no Crime Stoppers in Frio or LaSalle.
Right. So instead of
Apparently for a really long time, we haven't had it.
So instead of Crime Stoppers, remember it's supposed to be the drug testing fee for 50.
All right, now they're in there twice. Let me make sure I change them twice. So we changed the Crime Stoppers fee to a drug testing. Change the court cost to 290. Change the fine to 1,500 or 750. All right, and I'll let y'all recalculate his monthly payment. Okay, I just posted the judgment on Carrizales to the clerk. What else we need to work on?
I don't think anything else other than going over the docket.
That may take a few minutes because I have not posted any of the things from chat. But okay.
Well, I've got my notes.
All right. And I can go
First,
back.
if I can just interrupt 1 second, there was supposed to have been a Jose Alfredo Peralta that was reset to 111. Well, it was supposed to be set on the docket today. We're gonna have to reset it. We put the wrong year on here, so it didn't print on the docket. Mr. Briggs brought that one up. So,
Okay, let me add that to the add-ons.
okay.
Oh, that's on who, Mercado?
It's a Jose Peralta. It's under cause number 20.
Give me a minute. Give me.
I'm sorry.
20.
Yes, 05 00049 CRF.
Jose Peralta.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and set it for when?
He's the one that's in Karnes County Jail. So he asked to reset it for 120.
120.
Yes.
Okay, hold on just a minute. Okay. Right. Let's see, Mercado. Actually, just give me a moment. I'll go through everything that was sent to me in chat. Okay. Page 1, Luis Trevino, Nisai.
Nice.
Joel Perales, 2-9.
Yes.
Daniels and Roman, 223.
Yes.
Corral and Balderas, 3-9.
Yes.
Garcia, 223.
Yes.
The rest of the page, 3-9.
Yes.
And then we have on the next page, I don't have anything for William Burroughs.
Where is? Oh, my pages are messed up. Okay.
Judge, when I had talked to Katie, she said that it was on the motion for continuance sheet, but she didn't give me the dates.
It's 120 is what she told me for William Burroughs.
But I have too.
Okay. So Martinez at the top, 2-9.
Yes.
The next three, 223.
Mm-hmm.
And then Burroughs and Jaramillo,
120. Yes.
Villardo.
223.
Ramon, did he show up?
He did not. That's a nice eye.
Okay. Espinoza, 223.
Yes.
2-9 on the first Martinez, 3-9 on the second. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Dana Torres.
120.
The add-ons, Ruben Martinez. 120.
Ruben Ramirez.
Ramirez, yes.
120.
Carzales, final judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Mercado, 120.
Yes.
Garcia, final judgment.
Yes.
And then handwritten in Jose Peralta, 120.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
All right. I think
Civil case, final judgment in both. Clean sweep. Okay. All right, anything else?
that's it.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Has the DA's office heard anything encouraging about when we might restart jury stuff?
I haven't heard anything. I know that Audrey has a weekly meeting like with other DAs, but I don't know that anything's come about yet.
And you've seen that the Supreme Court is not just not opening it up, they're really cracking the whip to make sure people aren't having in-person court.
Well, I told Audrey that I had seen, I guess last week, a news article on KSAT where the grand jurors in Bexar County were complaining about having to come in person. And so they did this whole thing with one of the judges. It wasn't Ron Rangel, it was someone else, but you know, they had to tell them these were the precautions that were being taken and how they were going to do stuff. But that was the whole thing. I think Paul Venema did it. And it was about all these grand jurors that were like, I don't want to come. I don't want to do it.
Lynn said were you there for Atascosa County or?
I was not. Mm-mm.
He said they summoned 175 and by the time they used the pre-check-in thing, he only excused about 2 people and they didn't have enough. They could only seat 3 alternates.
Yeah. And I heard one of the people that got impaneled was a bandito.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and that's why they only got 3 alternates. So there was an objection to him.
Yeah. I think it's all difficult. And I know that Adriana and Brad said that it was difficult with the masks on to see who was out there in the audience.
Well, I don't know. We'll see if we get complaints. I had made a finding, you know, the Court of Criminal Procedure says you have to have a fair cross-section of the community. And maybe in Travis County, you could get that with people who could dial in on Zoom and smartphones and stuff, but I don't think you can out here.
Yeah.
So we've got to at least pick them.
Right.
Person, I believe.
Yep. We'll see how it goes.
All right. Well,
okay. Thank you.
Excused. Have a good day. I'm going to sit here and work on my judge's queue. So.
All right. See you guys later. Bye, guys.